writing the story of your life. Don't let anyone else hold the pen. Introducing the Darius Minor Foundation. Big news, big events coming real soon. Stay tuned. But for right now, Spotlight 39 starts now. What's going on, everybody? It's Rob Odie. This is Spotlight 39. I'm in Studio 39, aka the Bear Cave, man. Look, I got a good one. We got two young, super under recruited, super talented, ready to go young men out of the class of 22. First, first man, I got my man Corey. We're gonna get into that right. Before we do, make sure you hit that
Yeah.
subscribe button. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Let's grow this thing. Comment during this live broadcast. Show my guys some love. I'm gonna bring it up on the screen. Comment, tell me who you want to have on the show. Comment, tell me who you want me to break down the highlights for. Look, this is your world. I'm living in it. Spotlight 39 is all about the student athletes and getting these guys the exposure that they truly deserve. So now that all that stuff's out the way, man, let's get into you. Let's learn a little bit about who Corey Phillips is and what you do, man. So go ahead and formally tell us who you are, where you're from, what you do, your position. We'll have some good conversation, man. The floor is yours.
Hello, I'm Corey Phillips. I'm a junior running back at Kalen High School in Maple Park, Illinois. Uh, I play running back and defensive back. I also run track, and I'm uncommitted. 5'8", 160 pounds. I can do everything on the field. Catch out the backfield. Very versatile. Can can really hit the hole uh, and make sure I'm a really hard runner and uh, I'm just a really hard worker and very coachable athlete.
Love it, man. I love it. Look, I think the interview's wrapped up. You just told us everything we need to know, right? Nah. Look, let's get into the meat and potatoes, right? So Corey, man,
Yeah.
you're in Illinois. So unfortunately, you didn't get to play fall ball. You had to wait for the governor to go back and forth and finally sign off and give you guys the green light to go out there and do what most every other state was able to do pretty successfully during these times, man. So look, I'm excited that you got to put on some pads, go out there and play some ball. So walk me through what the off season was, man, because we had an extended off season. So walk me through what you did getting ready for the season, and then walk us through a little bit of how the season went for you individually.
Well, yeah. Since we had this extended off season, we just had extra time. Like I went into the weight room and continued to like lift and add some muscle. I've also been like working out to get faster because like I part of my game I love is like that I'm a really fast running back. So I made sure that I could get even faster this past off season.
Hold on, I'm gonna
Make
stop
sure
you
to
there. You said really fast, man. I need you to elaborate.
yeah.
What's the last clock 40 we've had? Because if you're gonna say really fast, I'm expecting something quick.
uh I haven't ran the 40 in a while, but I was like the 4.6, 4.5 range last time I ran it.
Okay,
So but I'm also like a track guy.
okay,
Like back in the fall I ran a 10.9 100 back in
oh,
the fall when I
okay,
timed it.
good
So
deal.
uh
So we got
yeah,
some wins.
so I yeah, you'll see on my highlight reel I'm really can get right past the defenders. So like once I get through the second level, then they can't catch me through. So I like take a lot of pride in trying to get faster and more explosive in my game this past off season,
Okay,
and made sure to add some weight because I was on the like skinnier side
yeah. Where are we
to
at right
break
now?
some time.
160 or
I'm at 160. Yes.
okay. So we're sitting at about
Yeah.
160. Last clock 40-ish was around a 4.5 and some change, give or take. But we've probably gotten a little faster than that, right? So are we working with any coaches or trainers, coordinators outside of your school during the off season to kind of perfect the craft, or did you just kind of set up shop at home and just do your own thing?
Yeah, I had a membership at a gym, so I basically just went there and lived, and I basically ran like, uh, did like sleds and stuff to at on the indoor track and stuff, and do like different workouts.
Okay.
Like just looked up a bunch of like workout videos online and learned from there.
Look, taking best practices from other folks and making it your own, right?
Correct.
That's
Yeah.
and that's one way of getting
I
bigger, better, stronger, faster, right?
Correct. Yes. Like I just learned a lot from like watching like on Instagram and YouTube
There you
on
go.
like different workouts to do to target certain muscles and stuff.
Oh man, detailed. I like it. I like it. So, so tell us a little bit about the football season, man. Because, like I said, you got to throw on some pads not too long ago. I think the season wrapped up last week or the week before, for championships or playoffs or whatever, however you guys ended. So, what was this season like for you? How was it different, first and foremost, compared to a normal? And then, walk me through how it went statistically for you.
Um, the season felt a little different from the beginning because at first they only had like limited fans. Uh, there wasn't much of a like student section. There was mostly just parents.
Okay.
Uh, Basically, it was different because like we had to like socially distance and have our mask on, so like the team wasn't as like close in practice and stuff. And basically, like how we interact like the other team, like we couldn't like we don't handshake after the games. Uh, we basically just stayed with our team the whole time and stuff like that. The season went off like it had at when the season started. I was splitting carries with two seniors at first.
Okay.
uh, but then as the season got on, by week two or week three, I was like the main starter.
So you were the primary
And
back.
yes, I was the primary back. I started off by my week three. Week three was my week three was my breakout game.
Okay.
I had 190 something rushing yards and 250 total yards and three touchdowns.
Okay. Special
Uh,
teams or where
yeah,
did the rest of the yards come from?
right. It was one reception on like it was like the center like over he snapped the ball, and then the quarterback our quarterback was really shifty, so he somehow got out of the pocket and found me open,
Okay.
and just I just saw a couple gaps downfield and made people miss and got into the end zone
Good deal.
for like a six. Yeah. So yeah, that was a pretty good game. That was my first game. Because oh no, that game I scored a 76-yard run on the first play of the game.
There you go. That's how
So
you start with a bang,
so
right?
I started.
Earn more play time.
Yeah. 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 So that game started off pretty well. Then week two, uh, offense got a little bit slow start, but towards the end of the game, I started to like take over. So I ended that game with 140 yards and a touchdown. Um, then week five, week four, no, yeah, week five, I basically I had another good game. I had 200 yards and three touchdowns in that game.
Okay.
Um,
Stacking the
yeah, our team
statistics,
had a
right?
pretty good. Yes, yeah, that week I won that drive MVP for Northern Illinois. Out of all the players in Northern Illinois,
Okay.
got Friday Night Drive MVP
Very cool.
in the Chicago area. Uh, this season, I also had I was three-time Friday Night Drive running back of the week.
Okay.
So I got the most votes out of all the running backs three times. So and stuff like that.
So
And then
how'd you stack up with like all state, first team, second team?
we didn't they didn't announce the all state teams. I know I heard last week I got all conference for my conference,
Very cool.
but they haven't announced like the all state team yet. They're still like looking at that right now. I
Okay.
think I have a pretty decent chance because
Yeah.
at one point my team was ranked eighth in 6A for Illinois. That's the third biggest class.
Oh yeah.
So I think
Big
because
hitters, right?
we yeah. So my team we went 4-2 to end our season. We started off the game. We started off the season. That first game we lost in overtime to uh, they scored. The other team scored at like the last play of the overtime. So that it was a tough loss. But eventually after that we had what uh 3 4 game win streak
Okay.
to because our seniors were playing really well and we played really well as a team. And it was overall like we didn't come out, we didn't win the last game. We had a like heartbreaking loss at the end, but it was just a real, we had a really good season overall as a team.
Considering the times, the
Like
circumstances, you guys came together and had a heck of a year, right? Which is,
yes, yeah.
what it counts for, man. I don't even know that wins and losses are really looked at, that much right now. Obviously they're a big deal, but at the end of the day, man, just the fact that you guys got to put on pads and play some football, that's what it is, right? You got to go out there and put together a little bit more film, try to get those additional looks, man, because recruiting is, it's a big deal for you guys, man. So with recruiting, right, we're gonna get into that in just a second. But let's finish up this off season, right? So, you know,
Yeah.
what do you got planned for this off season? We got camps, combines, showcases. I know a lot of schools are opening up all these camps, man. So what do you got going on? What are you planning to hit? What are you invited to? You know, 7-on-7 tournaments. Are you part of a squad? What do you got, man?
Well, this summer, I'm gonna attend the Rivals Combine next week in Indiana. This Saturday in Indianapolis to
Very
start
cool.
off.
That's a big one.
So, and then also, I'm gonna be at this Dallas showcase June 6th.
Okay.
That huge showcase down in SMU. I'm gonna attend that showcase. I might attend that in showcase. I think it's like June 12th, middle of June. I might attend that indie showcase. Um, I've had a couple of schools. I had a bunch of schools invite me to their
Specific camps.
summer camps. Yes, I had Iowa State just reached out and asked me to come. Drake, uh, Valparaiso, uh, Northwestern invited me to their camp. Dartmouth, uh, Gardner Webb,
So you got a handful of
and
camp invites. So which
yes, I had a
have you put
couple.
much thought into which one or which ones you're gonna hit up?
I'm most likely I know I'm probably gonna go to Drake because Drake has been like they have been reaching out to me and I've been talking to their coaches for a while. I'm unsure of which other schools because I have to check my like schedule because I'm gonna be doing club track during the summer.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make so I'm all I need to do is just check my schedule to see which other schools who like showed interest. I might attend those schools
Very cool. Very
and
cool.
stuff like that.
Cool, man. So look, you got a busy off season between camps, combine showcases, and then a travel, track team, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, so
Yes.
so so a little busy here, a little busy there, man. But look, man, let's kind of shift gears and let's talk about that recruiting process. So you kind of shared a little bit about Drake showing some love and they've been reaching out, man. So what has your recruiting process looked like to this point? And then if you're having conversations, which it sounds like you have, at what point did those conversations start and how did they start? Was it online? Was it in person through coaches? What did it look like, man?
Um, like the recruiting process was like kind of slow at first because I was just on JV last season.
Okay.
I was like on JV and varsity a little bit last sophomore, so I had some film. Uh, I didn't start picking up until like about December ish, December, January, because I sent basically just been like, even though we had the extended off season, I was just sending my film out to a bunch of coaches. And like, I just started getting some coaches like, oh, I went to the Prep Red Zone showcase in Iowa
Very
back
cool.
in, yeah, back in January. I had the fastest shuttle time there,
Awesome.
uh, and I started getting some like the some coaches started following me on Twitter.
That's big, man.
I
The more you
started
can get to those
sending,
those events, man, that's how you're gonna get in front of these coaches. Obviously, I try my best to give a platform, for coaches to kind of have a one-stop shop, right? But when you can get out there and you can really showcase your talent, live and in person, that's a real big deal, man. So, the more the merrier that you can get to, right? And then for me,
yeah.
you know, we might run into each other. We'll cross paths possibly. My calendar is filling up pretty quickly between foundation events and then Spotlight 39 events and camps and stuff. So who knows? I deal a lot with a lot of dudes up in your neck of the woods, man. So I might have to make a trip up to that area. So the recruiting process, man. So I didn't want to cut you off, but I would just figure I'd throw that out there. Now, when you said like for Drake, right? So when they were, they've been hitting you up.
Yes.
Do they hit you on Twitter? Do they hit you through coaches? What is that communication looking like, and how is it pretty consistent with whoever you speak to? Is it consistent through one avenue, or is it kind of a mix between this or that?
Yes. So like I was like talking to the like coach before the season started, and like each week I would like and give him an update of like how my season's going and like how the game went, and we basically just like start talking each week and stuff, and like he started to like get to know each other even more, and like he wanted me like to like come to his camp and stuff like that because he's basically the first coach, like they're like the first like organization like invite me to their camp out of all the schools to
Shows
start
up on an
reaching out.
exclusive conversation.
Yes.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So look, hopefully you get to make as many as you can, so you can continue to make a name for yourself. Because I think you're very talented, man. I think you got the ability to play some college football. And if you can get a scholarship to do so, by all means, that's the way to go, right? So speaking of
Yes.
scholarships in football, sports, track, I don't care what the sport is, got to have the academics to go with the athletic abilities. What's the classroom looking like, man?
Yeah.
How's those grades looking?
Yeah. My grades are looking great. I have a 3.5 GPA, and
Okay,
I'm starting to take AP classes to challenge this junior year and next year, so I can be prepared for college. So
good deal. So we got the grades to back up the talent, man. So any program, any coaches out there that put some eyes on this young man, you don't have anything to worry about. He's going to qualify. He's going to be able to get in the building. He's going to be able to get in that locker room and do some big things. So let's do this, man. We've been chopping it up for quite some time now. I love this conversation, but let's switch gears. Let's stop talking about sports because we could do that all day, right? Let's talk about you. Let's talk about who you are outside of the game. So, I gave it to you before we went live. I said, think about it, man. Think about who you truly are. What makes you you? So go ahead and tell any potential coaches, scouts, recruiters, anybody that put some eyes on this thing, man. Who is Corey Phillips, man? Outside of the game, outside of being a family dude, not being humble because you're super humble. You can see it in your eyes. Who are you?
I'm just like I'm like a hard worker. I always like want to motivate like everyone to be a better person around me. Like I always love to support my teammates, and I like to see when everyone's successful around. I'm a really good person. Like I help out with my church each week. I volunteer each week at my church, and I've been doing that since I was little. I always support teams at our schools and help out when needed. Um, I like to. I'm just like also really. I'm really like. I'm really good at like helping people out with certain things,
Okay,
and uh, I'm just really.
you're a people person.
Uh,
You enjoy giving back.
yes.
You enjoy doing for others. You enjoy making those around you better, right? Those are all the things that you're
Yeah.
telling me, in a roundabout way, man. You got to hype yourself up, man. This is about you. Look, you do a lot of great things, man. So let me peel back the onion a little bit more, right? Because I said I would do so. So I'm gonna ask you.
Yeah.
You're a young man, right? You're in high school. Are you like most young men, and are you a sneakerhead?
Uh, I I like to look at to pay that much money for them.
I'm with it.
Like, yeah, I just like keep it like if a shoe looks nice but like isn't overpriced, I'll like get them.
So you eliminate all the noise, right?
Yeah.
That's cool, man. So, any other fun fact to note about who you are before I close this thing out, man?
Yeah. Also with me, I'm not I'm a triplet. I'm not a single child. I have two other brothers than me,
Hold on, hold on. You
and
said you're a triplet, as in
yes,
like
yes,
twin and then three. Like you have two others that look like you.
yes.
I love it.
I have two other yes, I have two other brothers. Also, they're also multi-sport athletes, and yeah, I'm pretty
So why
competitive
didn't we have
between
all three
them.
brothers on at
And
the same time? We could have made this thing a party.
yeah, yeah,
That's cool though, man.
yeah.
I've never had conversation with a triplet. I've had plenty of twins in
Yeah.
my family, man, but triplet, that's cool, man. I'm gonna have to stalk your social media. I want
Yeah.
to see the three of y'all.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
cool. So look, man, I'm gonna give you the floor one final time. Shout out anybody that you want to show some love to, that shows you love, that's in your corner, your biggest cheerleader, support group, whoever it is, man. The floor is yours. Tell them thank you, show them some love, and then I'm gonna close this thing out with my final question to you.
Yeah. I would like to thank all like my supporters, my friends, Muhib, Ian, all my teammates at my high school, my coaches, everyone who's like been there for me and helped supporting me in this process.
That's huge, man. So look, big shout out to everybody that's in your corner, helping you along the way through your journey. Hopefully they continue to show you love and support going forward, man. Because like I said, you got a lot of talent. I want to see you do real big things. I think you got the potential. So hopefully we get this video out there. Hopefully we get some coaches' eyes on you that might not even have an idea who you were before this, right? That's the whole idea. But look, I'm gonna close this thing out. I'm gonna ask you the final question that I do pretty much every single time. That question is, what motivates and what drives you to want to wake up tomorrow and be that much more successful than you were today?
I'm motivated. I love to watch like high school, college, top NFL, many other teams. Like like to see I see other successful athletes. Um, I want to be the best player I can be because like when I wake up and like see Twitter, I see another athlete get an offer or get their first offer like who's been working really hard. It makes me that I want to be in the same shoes that they're in and get college paid for to play football and further my academic and athletic career so I can be the best person I can in life to be a better person.
I love it, man. Look, you are a truly humble young man, and the fact that you didn't use that when you described yourself, just speaks volume for exactly who you are off the field. So I certainly appreciate you taking the time jumping on, man. I appreciate the support group and the love that we've gotten. We've had a handful of visitors jump on and off of this broadcast so far, and then again, it's going to be posted on YouTube, forever on after, so anybody and everybody can watch the replay. But look, thank you. Stay safe. Stay healthy, man. I'm coming back. I got one more interview lined up for tonight. This is Spotlight 39, man. I'm Rob
Okay.
Bodie. I
Yeah.
appreciate you, Corey. All right.
Okay. Thank you for having me. Thank you.